afternoon, boys and girls. I'm here to read you The White House. We're going to do this closely, so read together with me closely. Get your packets and your pencils ready. Highlighter if you have it. We are going to make any annotations from there. If you find something interesting, you can put an exclamation mark. If you have a question about something, put a question. Go back and reread that part. If you think something might be a key detail, put a star by it. Remember, we've talked about dates and a timeline being key details in another story that we read. I wonder if that strategy could help us here. Ready to read? The White House. The White House is where the president lives with his family. The president is the leader of our country. The White House is in Washington, D.C. It has over 130 rooms. The White House has many bedrooms and offices. It even has a pool and a movie theater. See that exclamation mark at the end of that paragraph? Let's see if we can read paragraph 2 now. The White House was built in the 1800s. George Washington chose the land for the White House, but he never lived in it. John Adams, the second president, was the first president to live in the White House. There was no electricity or lights. In 1814, a fire burned down a part of the White House. Third paragraph. Over time, people invented things to make life better in the White House. There was hot water and electric lights. Technology came to the White House too. They had telephones and television. Now there are computers, microwaves, and cameras. We watch the president make important speeches from the White House. Would you like to visit the White House? I suggest that you pause the video here and try to read it on your own. Or if you'd like to listen to it again, go ahead and rewind the video and listen to it as many times as you need. I find that it's easier to answer these questions if you open your packet side by side. The directions say on this page here, let's answer these questions about the selection. Use complete sentences. Mark your text evidence with the question number. So here's number 1. Where is the White House located? Mark your text evidence with, and they didn't get a number 1 there, so just go ahead and put your number 1. Where is the White House located? Mark your text evidence with the number 1. And I went ahead and marked my text evidence with the number 1. I remembered the DC, so it was helpful when I looked back to find that sentence. The White House is in Washington, D.C. Do you see any proper nouns in that sentence? See those uppercase letters, those capitals? Good for you. Remember those. We want to write in complete sentences to do our answers. The White House is in Washington, D.C. That's right. And you have it right there. I underlined mine and labeled it with a number 1. You could also highlight it if you've got a highlighter. Let's see. So you have the White House is in Washington, D.C. There's my number 1. Let's go ahead and read the questions and practice restating them in complete sentences for our responses. Question 2. Who lives in the White House? Mark your text evidence with the number 2. Question 3. Which president was the first to live in the White House? Question 4. Why did people have to rebuild the White House? Question 5. How many rooms does the White House have? Let's pause on number 5 for a minute. As you look back, rooms is a key word in that question that you can look for when you read to help us answer that question. So I went on a hunt and I found the word rooms. Do you see it? Yeah, you found it? Do you see the number by it? Oh, let's read that sentence. It has over 130 rooms. Good find. Hmm. So let's restate the questions as answers. Blank lives in the White House. Blank was the first president to live in the White House. They had to rebuild the White House because the White House has rooms. I would like to live in the White House because another reason is because finally, because do you think you can come up with 3 reasons? Challenge. Can you write 3 sentences or more? I bet you can. If you just want to give one reason, that's fine too. Whatever challenge level you are at, I'm excited to read it. Thanks for reading with me today. Oh, remember, complete sentences start with a and end with a. Watch for your capitals and your proper nouns and the beginning of your sentences and periods at the end, please. Wash your hands.